sitting in my books on the chair. Howdy, House and Patty, the entire Soggy Bottom bunch. Our newly decorated studio table tree is here, yes. The Halloween side is facing out today because that was requested by the Halloween gnomes over here. Flat Stanley is waving hello. Such a busy place. And talking about busy place, I have an entire stack of things over here on the table that I want to put into Emma. This is Emma. Because I love working in a journal that's already chunky, and this is starting to fill up so nicely. I'm really enjoying doing the last pages in here. And I came in earlier and I put in a few pictures. I can show you that when I bring you in closer, yes. And the printer is under the table right now charging up, yes, because the battery went dead. And I thought, well, maybe while that was charging, I would put the journal aside for a moment and have a little bit of a painty play. That's what I'm sitting on over here. Got my book, got my paper. A little bit of a painty play. I've got Happy Mail from Crafter Deidre. This is a surprise. I don't know what's in there. I've got an unboxing to do over there, which is for October, so I really want to get that done. I've got the journaling, but I'm so blessed with so many things to do. Never a dull moment, never a dull moment. And if I have a dull moment, I spend it completely thinking up too many ideas of what to do next, yes. I'm going to take some of this white card that I got at the flea market. Probably don't need a whole lot. And I'm going to practice something from that book that I got at one of the fairs. How to Draw Fairies and Mermaids. And, well, if you didn't see the video on the tree, I'll put that below. And if you didn't see the video on Simple Fairies, I should link that below too. I had a lot of fun doing these. I have one more that needs to go into the journal. And she is over here. And she's going to be my rose fairy. And so, my rose fairy. So I want to do some roses. You know, my roses first bloom out in May and they look gorgeous. During the summer, they really slow down a lot. But then in October, they have a second bloom and they're looking gorgeous. And I thought I would have put in a few pictures of the roses, my little rose fairy, and make some more ephemera using this book. Turn over to, well, I do want to make flying fairies and I do want to make fairies for a flower garden. But I'm going to use this fairy today and turn to Love Heart Fairies and try to do these roses. I love these roses. Now my idea, a little bit different than this. My idea is to make some painty paper while they're drying, practice a couple of these, and then draw them on the painty paper and cut them out and use them as ephemera on the page. Well, I'm not sure what the journal page is actually going to look like besides having a fairy and some of these roses hopefully on it and maybe a picture of my roses, but well, that'll all come together afterwards. So first thing is a painty play and then we'll get to the roses. Let's get started. Come on along. Let's do this first. So I want one paper for red roses and one for yellow roses. I have way more red ones than yellow ones. But I guess I just want like a painty paper. Yeah, just like a painty paper. And this is not watercolor paper. But we're going to have a play. I have 3 different reds here. And I'm just going to go from one red to the other. I want to add another color in there, but I don't know. Maybe blue. Blue? Blue, you say? Blue with the red might be interesting. Got phthalo blue. All right. Okay, got a little bit of a puddle right there. I might soak some of that up. Only because this is not watercolor paper. Well, if you use a towel, you can put a little texture on your paper too. Ooh, what about brushos? Of course, this paper's already kind of wet. I'm just going to sprinkle a little. Where's my mister? No, not Mr. Possum. My mister is empty. It's already playing on the paper. I went to fill up my mister. A little bit more water on there. Ooh, that's very interesting there, isn't it? You let some of that water run around. All right, we're going to let this dry and just do a yellow. Ooh, look at that bright yellow. A couple different yellows here. Well, there's only two different yellows, so we're going to spice this up with spots of green. And I don't know if I want to put tan or not. Maybe a touch. Okay, that's enough. I want a bright green. A little bit of green on there. And how about some brushos? Oh, I didn't open up that lime green, did I? No. Let me get my nail. One single hole in the top is all you need with these brushos because such a little tiny bit goes a long, long way. Put my nail away. That's my bookbinding kit. And then I'll plug it up with this pin when I'm done. Okay, just a little bit. Get my mist sprayer. Oh, let's just run this around. It's the Oreo o'clock. Figaro, Figaro, Figaro. All right, I did one off camera because I've never done these before, but I think that came out fairly well. Let's read the directions. Draw a rough circle for a flower, then start to draw a spiral inside the circle. Make the lines go near the side of the circle. Continue drawing the spiral, making it overlap or nearly touch the other lines. Finish the spiral with a rough circle in the middle. All right, so hold your pencil or pen loosely. That's my directions because I think it'll work better that way. And start with a circle. And then you're going to start spiraling in, touching the sides, like doing a spirograph, right? Sometimes you want it to overlap. Touch or nearly touch. Like that. What do you think? Oh, I love this one. Yes, this one's good, but I'm loving this one. Why? Why do I like this one more? Oh, I think I've got more points on this one. Let's try one more, then I'm going to check my painty papers. I might have to hit them with the heat tool. Can you see that? Should I try a darker pencil? All right, this is a brush tip. Might not be as easy. All right, so we're going to go rough circle. Hold your pencil very lightly. Spiral in. Touch the sides. Overlap in a few places. Like that. Oh, I like that one too. I think it looks better when they're closer together, like not having this great big space like that. Like if I had gone like this. Ooh, I just fixed it. I love that. Yes. So if you see a space you don't like, just go back and fix it. All right, I'm going to check that paper now. All right, let's try yellow first. I'm going to use my Sakura glaze pen. It's a dimensional gel pen. I haven't used this one in a while, so the tip was a little crusty. All right, so loose circle. I'm going to have to try to make these smaller. I'm going to use them as ephemera on a journal page. I don't want it too big. Also don't want it too even, so I'm going to come up on the side a little bit there. Ooh, I like that one. Let's try one that's smaller though. Let's look at these. Let's look at these. Still a little damp. All right, so just a smaller one. I guess you can't think about it too much. You just have to sort of do it. Ooh, I like that one better than that one. There's a nice yellow area here. Let's try another one. Yes. That one's a little wonky. Wonky is good. Wonky is possum. Perfect. Okay. Circle. Spiral. Touch, 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 touch. Overlap a little. Finish with a rough circle. Why did I wait so long to try to make these? I've always wanted to do them. Spiral, touch, touch, touching the sides, overlapping there, coming in. Nice. Okay. Now to cut them out. Oh, you know what? You have to be careful with the glaze pen because it takes a moment to dry because it's a gel pen and it's slightly dimensional. Oops. And if you do that, it will smudge. So try not to put your finger on it. There, nice. I love it. Look how cute that is. There's my little fairy. Oh, I love this. I'm making a rose garden here. I'm not going to use the big ones, but I might use this paper for something else. Let's just try a few red ones. Look how nice those look. All right, I'm looking at these because I like that size. And I'm admiring the little splashes of green there. And I'm thinking about grabbing part of this that has the brusho. Although when I start coloring it, some of that's going to disappear. All right, I'm going to make one about that size. Spiral, touch, 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 overlap, touch, 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 almost touch, come into a circle. Ooh, that's going to be really nice. Let's make another one over here. Anybody can do this. Spiral, touch, 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 touch. All right, I'm going to make a few more of these, cut them out, and we'll get to the journal page. Well, I am just getting so far ahead of myself. Yes, ma'am. I want to try the method where you make part of the petals darker. I really want to try that, see how that's going to look. So I'm going to work on that for a while, yes. And then I'll probably take a break because the other thing, looking back at the page, right? Leaves. Now, I'm not going to make purple leaves. I want to make green leaves, very simple. But I'm thinking now that I want to make some more painty paper, different color green though, and then use my glaze pen and do some leaves and cut those out, and then decide what to do for a journal page. So this is my plan right now. I know. I'm making plans today, right? But it doesn't matter because they keep changing. Now these are ink tints by Derwent. And they're colored pencils, but instead of having, you know, like a watercolor base inside, it's got like an ink base. Here's my color chart. I could go with apple green or yellow. Let's see what I got here. That might be yellow. Apple green. Oops. It always has to be an oops. Oh, I get all my roses on there too. All right. Here we go. So you can just color in an area and then touch it with a wet brush. So I'm doing a practice one here. I don't think the yellow on yellow is going to show up, so I'm going with the green again. I'm not looking in the book. I probably should be. I can figure out what I'm doing. And how do you do this middle part? If it's not touching, are they just kind of colored that whole thing in? Okay. So I could just color part of it in like that, and it could fade out, right? All right. This is a very yellow yellowy green. So these work just like watercolor pencils, except for it's ink instead of watercolor. I think this adds more interest to it. Don't you? I mean, look at that. I love that. All right, so let's try a small one. That was our test. And we're using the apple green. And I'm just gonna go around and color some of these outside petals. And then I'm gonna come in and do these, but I don't want to be too even about it. So I'm gonna do this one here. And then I think I'll do the center and make it come out like that. Can you see that? I love it. I'll do the others off camera, but let's try a red. Move these yellow ones out of the way. They'll get done in a second. Should we try the big one? Okay, let's try the big one. I have a pink, a fuchsia, deep rose. Let's use deep rose for the roses. Yes, I've used these a lot, as you can tell by the size of them. Okay, so I'm going to go around the outside. I feel like I want more of that color on here. Might even put some a little over here. That's looking pale there. And what do you think? Look at all those different colors, gorgeous. I'm so happy I made the painty paper first. And it's already the morning dove o'clock. So I have all these little roses to do. And I have to make painty paper for the leaves. And then I have to print out pictures for the journal page. Yeah, so it's getting late right now. So yeah, more play tomorrow. Yeah, save a little fun for tomorrow. I'm going to work on the flowers, finish the fairy garden. Oh yeah, make the leaves, pull out some stuff to do a journal page. I have more journaling in Emma. I have happy mail. I have an unboxing. Yeah, lots of things waiting patiently for patiently for me over there. Yeah. So there's a lot more videos coming. So, well, I hope y'all come back now. You hear? Happy junk journaling. Bye-bye. It's the little things. The Pocket Pig's Guide to Living Your Best Life. We can always begin again. Sharon Salzberg.